Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Bri, and today I'm going to be talking about something that I feel is really important right now and something that I'm getting a lot of questions on. And I know that when I'm getting a lot of the same question, that a lot of people are going through the same thing. So today I want to talk about how to open yourself back up to love after you've been hurt. So maybe you've been seeing someone and they did something that really hurt you, or they kind of disappointed you, and because of that you've kind of closed your heart off to them, or you've become really defensive. Or maybe you've been hurt in the past and you're ready to have new love in your life, but you're scared to get hurt again, or you have a fear of intimacy or abandonment, or truthfully and frankly, you're just not over your ex. So this video is going to give you 9 steps to take that will help to free yourself from this energy and bring the love that you deserve into your life. So if you like this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Make sure that you are subscribed so you get more of these videos. And if you have a topic that you want me to discuss, make sure you leave a comment down below. So let's get into the content of the video. So regardless of which one of those categories you fall into, these are 9 really good steps that you can take. So I highly recommend taking notes and reflecting over each step and seeing how this applies to you. Now, the very first thing you want to do, and this is going to be the thing that changes the game. This is going to totally bring all of the power back to you, okay? And I'm all about empowerment. First thing you want to do is take full responsibility for your actions and your emotions, okay? There is this belief floating around out there that people can influence our emotions and our actions, and that is simply not 100% true, okay? It is possible for people to influence your emotions and actions, but it's only as possible as much as you allow it to be possible, okay? So in order to have control in your life, in order to really take your life into your own hands, you have to start being fully responsible for everything that you do, everything that you say. You have to think about yourself like a CEO. You have to think about yourself as a business, and you are the owner, CEO of that business. Now, no matter what happens to that company, even if the CEO had no part in it, even if he didn't do anything, he or she still has to take the blame for that, okay? And whatever has happened in that relationship that hurt you or upset you or disappoint you, you have to just take responsibility for that, because that situation affected you as much as you allowed it to. Now, this is going to transition us into number 2. The next thing you want to do is analyze where you went wrong. Okay, so I have found that there are really 2 reasons, and I'm going to give personal examples here. There are 2 reasons why a relationship normally goes wrong, or someone gets hurt in a relationship. Number 1 is that a boundary was crossed. Okay, a boundary was crossed, or there were no boundaries in place. Number 2 is a red flag was missed. Okay, so I can do a whole video on boundaries. I can do a whole video on red flags, but this is what I find 99% of the time that goes wrong. Now, personal example here. Okay, there is a person who I really care for a lot and really, really, really wanted things to work out with, very much so. And that person really hurt me and disappointed me. And for a long time, or when it first happened, I was like, how dare you? Like, I can't believe you would do this or treat me that way or say these things to me. And the thing that brought me full circle and the thing that brought me out of that is that I took full responsibility for the fact that this person had crossed my boundary. But let me rephrase that. I placed the boundary, but I didn't uphold the boundary. Okay? So I allowed this person to take priority in my life more than they should have. I was using or allowing this person to take up time in my life. And time to me is the most valuable asset. Like, you can't buy time. We don't know how much time we have. So I felt that I had spent so much time on this individual, and I was very upset with the actions of this individual with the amount of time I was investing. Okay, my time investment wasn't giving me the return that I thought I deserved. Okay, so as much as I was upset with that person, I had to realize that I wasn't upholding my boundary, and that's not that person's fault. People will only use you as much as you let them, okay? 2, I missed a critical red flag with this person. I missed a couple critical red flags, but the number one thing that stands out with this person that I can really remember and where I feel like everything went wrong was that I started getting involved with this person after they had recently gotten out of a very long-term relationship. Okay. And again, I can talk about red flags and why you need to allow people time to heal after their relationships and things like that. But that was a critical red flag that I missed. And that's one that I'm usually a very big stickler about. But for some reason, I felt compelled to continue with this person or give them the benefit of the doubt. So that's what you want to do. You want to analyze, where did I go wrong? And it's not to bash yourself, okay? And that's point number 3, to forgive yourself for the mistakes that you made. Forgive yourself for the time and effort and energy that you've invested. Forgive yourself for getting distracted. Forgive yourself for allowing people to cross your boundaries. That's okay. You're not perfect. You know, you are going to make mistakes. And that's, I think, one of the hardest parts of this is forgiving yourself for what you've done. Okay? When you take full responsibility for your life and your actions, you have to start learning how to be more gentle with yourself, because you are inevitably going to make mistakes. So the 4th thing that you want to do is you want to forgive that person for what they've done. Okay, so we all have a state of reality that we live in. So my state of reality that I was living in with this connection, and the state of reality that that person was living in the connection, were 2 different states of reality. And I know that when I, confronted this person, that it caught them off guard, because they never expected that response from me. So we were in two different, we had two different understandings of what was going on there. And that's okay. Again, everyone is their own person, and taking responsibility, I didn't properly and thoroughly communicate to this person prior to confronting them as to why that was a big deal to me, or as to how I was bothered or upset by their actions. I just kind of one day just like shut it down, and that was it. So I didn't give that person a chance to like talk about it and understand their side of the story. But ultimately, I had to learn just how to, accept what had happened and accept that person for where they currently are at in their journey. Now, with this all being said, no matter what happens, whether you're going to continue on with this person or if you're going to let this person go and release them on to their path, it's important to be thankful for the lesson. So no matter if you're in the best relationship in the world or the most toxic relationship in the world, you are inevitably going to learn so many lessons. And every lesson that you learn is an opportunity for growth. Okay, so you want to understand that what ultimately occurred with this person is a big blessing, okay? Because a lesson that you learn with one person could be what saves another relationship in the future, or teaches you something about yourself, or improves your skills in something, or gives you something that you're able to turn around and make it very positive. Now, also realize that there is a time for everything. So the time that you spend with someone, that could be something that you really need to experience in that time frame at that certain time in life. And it doesn't necessarily mean that that person that you learn that lesson with has to continue to be in your life or to have influence in your life. Again, they can always be like a lesson that is there, but they don't necessarily have to physically be there or emotionally be there, okay? Also, sometimes there's a time for people to be in our life and a time for them to not be in our life. Sometimes there's something that you need to do, something that they need to do, and this possibly is not the time. And what you really need to do, and a way to really view yourself again, is as a business. And a business is not going to do business with another business if it's losing them money, right? If it's wasting their time, if it's not adding value. So if people aren't adding value to you in the present moment, it doesn't mean that they can't add value to you in the future. Maybe when that business, gets things more together, maybe when they have new management, like maybe then that business can start to serve value again. But if it's not serving you value right now, then there's no need for it to currently be there, because it's a liability to you. Okay, so if there is a person who maybe you have a lot of emotions for and you want things to work out with, but it just doesn't seem to be working right now, that might be very intentional. That person may have situations in their life that they need to resolve, and vice versa. You may also have situations in your life that you need to resolve. Okay, so realize that you can't mess up anything, and you can't, you're not going to lose out on what's supposed to be there. Even if you remove someone from your life and they're supposed to be there, they will find a way back. Okay. And if you think about it, how is this person drawn to you in the first place? Likely if they're meant to be, they will find a way back. The universe will align things so that the two of you will, come back together. Now, the seventh thing is you want to take all of the energy from this situation and you want to channel it into something new. You want to use that energy for something productive. You want to take it and push it towards your mission or your purpose, or into a hobby or a passion project, or into something that you've always wanted to do. And you will be amazed how much you can get accomplished and how much you can change your life by doing this. The eighth thing you want to do, and this is for those of you who are more going to be moving on to someone else, either temporarily or moving on to, to someone else for the long haul, is that don't take what has happened to you in this situation and think that the same thing is going to happen in every situation to come. Okay? That's not the way life works. If you have gone through these first 8 steps and you've really, taken responsibility for yourself, and you've analyzed your actions, and you've learned the lesson, and you forgive that person, and you leave that in the past, and you're more in the present moment, and you're more self-aware, that same thing is going to be very unlikely to happen again. Okay, so don't carry that energy from the past into the present or the future, because it doesn't have to be there. And then finally, number 9 is give new people a chance. So because of number 8, because sometimes we think the same things are going to happen, we'll push away people who can be good for us, or people who can provide value for us, people who can give us comfort, people who can give us support at this time in our life, because it's very likely that where you were at in life when this person entered is likely not the same place in life that you are now. So like I said, that person may have served their purpose for that season, and in this season there could be another person who has a purpose to be served. So just to recap the steps really quickly, we have take responsibility for your actions and emotions, analyze where you went wrong, forgive yourself for your wrongdoings, forgive that person for what they've done to you, be thankful for the lesson, realize that there is a time for everything, channel your energy into something new, don't think every person will be the same, and give new people a chance. So if you like videos like this, then I highly, highly, highly recommend you checking out my private coaching group, Rising Community. This is the exact type of thing that we do over there, and we help and support each other with wherever we're at in our journey, because if there's anything that I've learned when you're on a spiritual journey, a lot of times the people in your life will not be able to understand or relate to you, and it's nice to have community there. It's nice to have people who are willing to listen to you, who are going through the same things, and who you can improve from. Every single Wednesday, I put out a module, and we go through a different aspect of life, and we talk about something, and we work through something, and ultimately by the end of the module, you're able to, give yourself essentially a coaching session and really work through, and it just opens up your mind and gives you a new perspective and helps you to look at an aspect of your life differently and improve on your life. We also do a reading every Saturday, so that's something fun to look forward to. So it really is amazing, and I am in the group. I am right there. I am there to answer questions. You have a special inbox that you can email me in and ask me questions. So, you really do get so much for the value. So if you're interested in that is going to be over on patreon.com/Bri Rising. The link is down below. So if you do want to check that out, I highly recommend it. If you have any questions about that, just email me. And if you are watching this on Monday, November 26th, today is the last day of my Cyber Monday sale, so you can get 25% off of a private reading if that's something that you've been wanting to do, if you're needing more insight, especially if you're in a situation like this where you've been hurt and you're not really sure what's going on with this person or how to proceed with this person, and if it's better to keep working on this or if it's better to kind of cut your losses and move forward and try again with somebody new. So I hope this video has helped you, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.